Alrighty, guys, here we are, recap time here on the JGN Junior Golf Network, covering exclusively Crown Colony PGA Junior League. Here we go. Let's kick off week 9 with Wednesday's match. Tuesday's match got postponed, so we're going to jump into Wednesday, where we had the Cyclones, who are 7-0-1, going against the Crowns, who were 6-2. We had some good matches right here. It was a close match all the way through, but the Cyclones still haven't found that loss yet. They improved to 8-0-1 on the season, and the Crowns fall to 6-3. So let's break it down real quick here. We had G and Hollis taking on Olivia and Brooks. G and Hollis took care of business very quickly, playing a very good match right there. And then moving right along, we had the brothers Daniel and Damon taking on Wildman Rob and Hayes. The brothers got it 2.5 to 1/2. There was some good playing right there. The next match, Kane, Scarlett, Delaney, and Taylor. This was a good match all the way through. Delaney and Taylor got up ahead and getting a full point. Kane made 2 great birdies back-to-back to get it even 1-1, and in their last stretch they tied it. So that match went 1.5, 1.5. Great playing golf right there. It was an awesome match to watch. And in our battle, the big battle, we had the smack talking duo, Andrew and Jacob, taking on Miller and Parker, smack talkers in their own rights. But the big duo, the original smack talkers, Andrew and Jacob, got them 2.5 to 1/2. It was a close match there at the beginning, but they pulled out ahead. So that improves the Cyclones to go 8-0-1, who are certified first place in the league. And the Crowns, well, you got to stay tuned to see if they stay in second place. We'll be right back with our next match. Alright, here we are in the mom zone, okay? We're going to keep going over with what we're doing with the drop. So I got 2 scenarios today, okay? One where you'll have to take a penalty, and one where you won't take a penalty, okay? First off, let's talk about if my golf ball is up against this tree right here, okay? If my golf ball is up against that tree, we're going to call that an unplayable lie, alright? So we're going to sit there and we're going to put a tee right where the golf ball is, and then whatever club I plan on using for this shot, I'm going to lay it on the ground and put another tee right there, okay? And then I'm going to drop it between the 2 tees, okay? Once I drop it, remember, we're going to drop by the knee, the ball's in play, but I got to take a 1-stroke penalty, okay? All right, now if I have these power boxes, which what we're going to call a man-made object, I can do the same thing and I won't have to take a penalty, okay? So if it's a man-made object, sprinkler head, power boxes, some type of sign, we can take relief from it, okay? You've probably seen this on TV when the guys and the girls have hit it up by the grandstands and they take relief. There's no penalty stroke, okay? But if I hit it in a bush or up against a tree or something like that, that's what we call an unplayable lie. And I have to take a club length and I add a stroke, okay? Now there's one little deal, sometimes you'll see this on the scorecard. If I hit it in a flower bed, if it's a flower bed that probably shouldn't, you need to count that as man-made. You'll get relief from some of that, okay? But that's usually what we call a local rule, okay? So that kind of throws a little mixture into it as you start knowing more about the rules of golf, okay? But if it's a tree, if it's a bush, something that nature has tended, you would have to take an unplayable lie, drop the ball back in play, and take a 1-stroke play, okay? So real quick, easy way to understand this. If nature intended, we're taking a stroke. Man-made, no stroke, okay? That's our tip for you moms this week. We'll see you next time. All right, guys, on Thursday, we had a double header. All right, so here we go. We got first up, we got the Express and the Lumberjacks. It was a pretty close match all the way through, but the Lumberjacks got another win on the season. They won 5-4. Damon and Case got off to a good start, taking on Paxton and Jackson. They won their match 2-1. Weston and Hill were just a little too strong for Chase and Connor. They won that one 3-0. And Celeste and Destiny, my young girls, got it 2-1 over Charlie and Anna. So, but that gave enough momentum for the Lumberjacks just to edge aside to win 5-4. So that gives them another win right there. Playing strong here toward the end. All right, we'll be right back with our last match to see if we had a change in second place. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here's our what's in the bag this week. We're talking about marking our golf ball. So before we want to play, we always want to make sure we put a mark on it. Blue, black, something like that, you know, so we can identify when it's out there. You know, if you want to put little squiggly lines around the number, or sometimes what I like to do, draw a V or a triangle or something like that. So when we're out there playing, we want to make sure our golf ball's marked, so when we don't know if you know, if we're playing the same numbers or something, we've marked it on our own to identify, hey, that's my golf ball I'm playing back. Okay, so please make sure you're marking your golf ball before you play. That's what we got, what's in our bag for this week. Alright guys, let's finish up the week. We had our second match here on Thursday, making it up from Tuesday. Roadrunners and the Panthers. We're going to see what happened here. The Panthers are trying to get another win, and the Panthers are trying to move into second place. So let's start it in before I give you the result. We had Victoria and Sawyer taking on Mason and Lucas. Sawyer was keeping the match tight, making a lot of long putts, saving pars. But Lucas, long driving Robinson was just a little too much. He drove 2 par 4s, and they got it 3-0 right there. In our next match, we had a little family rivalry going on. We had Mary, Michael, and Caroline taking on Little Millie and Kaylin. The big sisters were just a little too much for them, winning 3-0. In our last match, young studs Luke and Gibson taking on Jacob and Griffin. Jacob and Griffin were just a little too much for them. They got it 2.5, giving the Panthers another win on the season, winning 5.5 to 3.5. So our standings still remain the same. Cyclones in first place at 8-0-1. The Crowns are in second place at 6-3, and the Roadrunners are in third place at 5-3. The Roadrunners still have another game to match up next week. Remember, the top two teams make it into our championship game August 13th. The Cyclones have pretty much got the top notch. We're going to see for the battle of second place between the Roadrunners and the Crowns, who will be playing them. So it all adds up. We got an exciting week 10. We'll see how it all winds down. We'll be right back with some spotlight time. Alright, we are here with the brothers Jacob and Lucas Robinson doing our off the golf course interview. Alright guys, how have you liked golf so far this year?
I liked it really good.
I loved it.
Loved it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
How about PGA Junior League? Do you like PGA Junior League?
Yes, sir.
Okay, would you recommend it to your friends?
Yes, I have.
You have? Okay. Alright. And what is your favorite thing when playing golf?
Putting.
Putting?
I think just like coming out here and just playing the no home, being relaxed, not actually like playing like either like putting or chipping. I think it's just like the relaxation and having fun.
Okay. Alright, that's our off the golf course interview this week. Alright guys, let's give some spotlight time to some of our players. We got a big list right here. I'm actually going to give it Player of the Week, Miller Tide. Miller's had a really good season, all that. He's had close matches every week, carrying on, and really playing a bigger role than past years. And he's been playing really good in his North Texas stuff. He made it all the way to the North Texas Championship, which is coming up. And a little spotlight, we will be doing a video over our 10 kids who made it to the East Texas Championship, so be paying attention to that video coming up. Our upcoming Player of the Year is Sawyer. Sawyer has been making a lot of putts. His short game is really a lot improved. Really be starting to become a pretty little solid player as he gets older. And legend player, I have to give it to Lily Langston. Lily's taken up golf here about a year and is really making some proves and striving and has been on the Lufkin golf team. So I'm really looking for her to get back into action here her sophomore year and really make some improvements. So those are our player spotlights for this week. So we will be back going on week 10, our last week. Can't believe it's here. Going over the matches and who's at and how it's all going to finish right before our championship game. So, as usual, can't do it without y'all. Please send me pictures, videos, and everything else as we wrapping it up here for our Crown Colony Junior League season 2020. It's been a weird year, but Junior League still kept on rolling. All right, we'll catch y'all next time.